All right, here we go. Friday night Knicks. And this thing is not on. Is it on? Oh yeah, we live. just testing this thing out, man. So Friday night Knicks. Phoenix Suns coming into town, the hottest team in the league, 14 straight wins. Knicks trying to cool them off, CK. And they started off hot. You know, jumped out the gates hot. Fournier, 3 for 3 from downtown. You thought he was on his way to a good game. Julius was out there looking for his teammates, looking to dish. But this Phoenix Suns team, man, the Western Conference champs, just had it cooking all night long. Led by that man, Devin Booker, who had an efficient 32-point outing. And when a team like that has it going, there's nothing you could do, man. You know, we're not in their league. Let's just keep it a buck. Knicks Postgame Live presented by Manscaped, CP the Franchise, CK2K, post-Thanksgiving edition of Knicks Postgame Live. And like I said, man, when a team like this just has it going like that, you just got to tip your cap. And from what I saw from them offensively, I mean, look at the stat sheet. 28 assists for the Suns, 13 for the Knicks. You look at the eye test, they were running roughshod all over them. Whether it was in the pick and roll with CP3 or their dribble drives, Knicks had they were no way near these guys on the perimeter. Suns shoot over 55% from the field, over 46% from three. Not even a big-time three-point shooting team, but that's how on point their offense was. Transition, 17 fast break points to 10. Knicks once again asleep at the wheel in transition. You had plays where, you know, Mikal Bridges is going 1-on-2 with Julius and Fournier back there and leaks past both of them for a layup. Embarrassing. That part is embarrassing. But for the most part, the Suns team was just cooking. Offensively for the Knicks, I just felt like we just didn't have enough ball movement going. We couldn't get enough playmaking. It was a lot of one pass, one shot, not getting into the teeth of the defense like the Suns were doing to us, and settling for a lot of tough shots, man. Give credit to Suns defense. It is a top defense in the league. They're a very good defending team, very poised and very well coached, very disciplined is the word I'm looking for. So a team like that, you got to make them work. You got to get out in transition. Couldn't do that tonight, man. What were your takes on tonight's game?
Yeah, to that point, some would say Monty Williams feeling the type of way that Tibbs took home his what he thought might have been his award last year. So he let us have it because he let those starters stay out there for quite a long time. I know they don't have a back-to-back, but still, it was pretty funny. But yeah, everything you said, man, echoing everything you said, because the big part of everything you just mentioned was the fact that we're just not in their league, and especially seeing these up and down games that we've had these last few weeks. You could tell going into this when they're the hottest team in the league and we're still trying to figure out who we are, that what ended up happening was going to happen. We as fans, we talk about being excited about this bench and our bench supposedly one of the best in the East and whatnot. But looking at that team over there, that entire bench, even the players that played the garbage time minutes, they all produced.
They got a bench too. You know?
They got a very good bench. Everybody on that team in the plus minus, in the plus over there on that side. And and to the point with Julius Randle as well, you talked about him looking to get with others involved, which is, well and good. But in the game where this is one of the top teams in the league, as that, high paid man, the all-star and stuff like that, you expect to see him shoot a little bit more than eight shots. You know what I mean? 32 minutes, only taking 8 shots. He was doing an okay job in that first half, moving the ball around, but it was a little weird and a little disappointing to see him not even. He didn't look too aggressive offensively, at least from my side of it. I feel like this is one of those games, we talk about playoffs in the second, third, but you got this hot of a team coming in, you got to show your worth, because that's what Devin Booker said. We heard all the pregame interviews talking about it's the Garden
for this, bro.
Yeah. So, I think that's definitely one thing I circle. I know we always talk about Julius Randle this, Julius Randle that, but look, if you're going to be the high-paid man, be the all-star in a game like this, you got to show up. You got to be the one that's going to put them on your back, especially no D Rose. Mitchell Robinson, unfortunately, again with the injury there. So we got to have that extra help coming from you. And RJ Barrett, I'm looking at you as well. He played okay. The poor guy was doing everything he could against Devin Booker. I felt like his defense was okay in that first half, but Devin Booker was just making shot after shot. The one shot he missed at the end of the half, he was wide open. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it just was that night for Devin Booker. But the big key here is, we didn't have D Rose. It showed, and the Suns are just hot. 15 in a row. Yeah. Not much we could have done.
Bro, Book was unstoppable tonight. There's nothing that they could have done to make things tough. I mean, what, you want to get a little bit more physical for him? Bro, his mid-range was a masterpiece. He had RJ draped all over him. And like I said, when he had this circled on his calendar, I hit up Chuck earlier today. I said, the way Devin Booker and CP3 talking, it's going to be a long night. I said that to Chuck. Chuck laughed and was like, oh, boy. So, yeah, it's going to be a long night because this kid was motivated to put on the show on the stage. And what do you have, like 21 points at the half? And
21 and a half.
And I did take him in Prize Picks. Shout out to Prize Picks. I did take him. CP on his way to a $200 night with Prize Picks. Nice. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I circled Devin Booker. I said, give me the over on 22 points on Devin Booker, and he damn near hit that at halftime. You mentioned D Rose, and I thought tonight was a night where he was missed in terms of we just didn't have a capable, tough shot maker in the half court. Burks is my guy, and he can be that, but I felt like he was more concentrated on the playmaking side of things, and he didn't really have it going tonight. He's not a consistent guy. We know that. So tonight was a night where I felt like we really missed Rose and his ability to make tough shots, especially in the mid-range, especially in the half court, because we just couldn't get any flow to our offense. And I agree with you on the Julius point. And again, I give him credit for trying to get his guys involved, but I feel like he's still trying to figure out when to take over and when to be that playmaker. So again, it was tough, but we did need more aggression from him. We did need him to take over in that game because we just couldn't get much going. Couple positive to sprinkle in here. I thought Kemba gave us a shot in the arm in the third quarter. As that guy, a guy that can get out there, knock down some shots. First. I thought he set a decent tone in the first as well. And third quarter as well. But obviously, with the game getting out of hand, we just couldn't get a momentum. Every time we hit a shot or we made it tough for them, they would come right back and quell it. So it was just one of those nights, man.
Not much really to add to that because it just felt like you said, like even the few moments where the Garden was getting hyped up and we were going on little runs, that timeout, and then they came right out of timeout and they put that little fire that we put on there out. There was not much we could do. It's little, like you said, we're talking about some positives. A big positive for me, it feels like Quickly is still continuing his tear.
Yes.
I know it was a losing effort. I get that. But at the same time, for where he was the beginning of the season, where he just felt like he was trying to do too much.
Yep.
He felt like he was in his groove. 6 for 9, 16 points in 20 minutes. It was a really good game out of him. So at least we know even in the loss, he's continuing to play his confident style, and that can go into being huge for us tomorrow against Atlanta. So the few positives, and I'm glad you brought up Kemba Walker because I feel like he did get lost in the sauce because of how bad of a game it was overall. But he definitely started us off really well, him and Fournier, and in that third quarter, because those were our two best quarters, the first and the third quarter.
Yep.
And I think Kemba Walker had a lot to do with that. Who knows what would happen if Julius Randle was just a little bit more aggressive for us in that. But I think the key of this entire thing is what you said at the very top. We just not on the Suns level right now.
Yeah, we're not on their level.
That's it.
We're not on their level. And at the same time, bro, the chemistry is just, the lack of chemistry is just on full display. And like I said, and for, I can't speak for everybody, but, I expected that, especially with the defense, especially offensively. I just figured it was going to take time for these guys to get adjusted because, again, it's like night and day between last year and this year in terms of the connectivity, man. You had 2 timeouts where they come out of a timeout and it's a turnover, bro.
Yeah.
Where are you mentally in the game? They can't even inbound the balls sometimes. And like I said, the one play in transition where you got two Knicks in the backcourt and Mikal Bridges is breezing past them. That's effort. That's mentals, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got to lock in. Again, wouldn't necessarily made a difference, but like those type of things are just indicative of just how inconsistent this team is. And they're 10-9, and vice versa. A team like the Suns, 16-3, Western Conference champs, defending champs.
8-1 away, bro. That's huge. 8-1 away.
Yeah, locked in, man. You gotta be more connected, and you know Tibbs said it tonight. It's a mixture of work and intensity, of playing hard and intensity. You gotta be locked in all 48 minutes, man, because some of those things are just inexcusable, bro. Salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP the franchise, CK2K, Knicks post-game live, presented by Manscaped. Yeah, Knicks just got outclassed, man. 118-97. David Duncan said JD running from the L's. Now, JD went down to DR, man, to get a new grill, man. He'll be back. We're refitting the grill. We reconfiguring the grill. You know what I mean? Throwing a little oil, a little polish on there. Getting that adobo right. We went down there to get the right spices for the food. You know what I'm saying? People said JD ran off with the grill money, and then they said JD scheming, man. JD, if you out there, man, they putting dirt on your name in the chat, man. Say you scheming.
Say something, JD. Fight back.
Yeah. They say you giving out IOUs now, man. You gotta cash. You gotta cash in on those burgers, man.
Right.
Back in Atlanta tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, once I saw the way the game was trending, I'm like, man, I'm not even mad at this, bro. This team is just it's just outclassing us right now. You know, we just not on that level. But you did mention Quick, and I was happy with Quickly's outing. He's really on an uptick right now, both offensively and defensively. I thought he scrapped. You know, he went toe-to-toe with Chris Paul, man. Picked him up from 98 feet. Wasn't scared. And I thought he played well scoring out of the pick and roll. So give credit to Quickly, man. 6-9 from the field, 3-6 from downtown. I thought Quickly was a silver lining to this game.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's warranted. Obi Toppin, I think this was his first bad game of all the games he played this year, which is fine. You know, I think that's expected second year. He did have a bit of a tough one tonight, but I'm not worried about it because I feel like all year he's been playing tremendously for us, so he's allowed one. And even in his bad game, I still feel like he was effective. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to find those positives. I'm looking at Emmanuel Quickly. He's definitely the big one because it's going to be crucial tomorrow because I don't unless you know, I don't know if we even have Derrick Rose again tomorrow. So we're going to need Quickly to have another game like he did today and Tuesday and before that against Atlanta because, you know, regardless of how Atlanta's been playing this season, there's going to be a little extra something against us in this game on Saturday for sure.
You know the crowd is going to be electric. Atlanta
for sure.
Watching the Grizzlies right now. John Moran took a bad ankle injury into that thing, so tough one for him because he's been playing very well, having an all-star year himself. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be major, man. No question about it. Tomorrow is the main event. The Hawks fans is already they're scattered amongst all our videos, commenting like, oh, the 27th, they're circling the date. So, definitely going to be a big one tomorrow. And we don't know about Rose because the way that, you know, you didn't even see Kemba at all after that third quarter just made me feel like they're kind of being, you know, kind of cautious with him on the second of a back-to-back and then with Rose on a bum ankle. So you saw a heavy dose of Burks and Quickly trying to bring us back into the game. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then we also, you know, Noel was banged up a little bit. Noel's knee was banged up. Mitch didn't get much run in the second half. So, you know, just a little bit of
It looked like he was a little banged up too. Any update on that, or he just wasn't running because of probably tomorrow, huh?
I didn't see. I'll check the beat, see what the beat is saying, but I did not see what happened there.
All right. Hopefully it's just rest for tomorrow. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Salute to Russell Whiskey for the super chat. He says Deuce's D was impressive. We need more Deuce. Yeah, we emptied the bench, man. We got a little Kev action in there. Kev came in, got a little dunk in there, you know. Grimes got some run. We needed some defense from Grimes. So the kids did get to play. Sims got in garbage time as well.
Yeah.
Junior,
That's a little fun thing to get to see. Just get to see the kids play a little bit. Yeah, that dunk, even though we were down by Kevin Knox, got the garden rocking a little bit, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize this was Deuce's first bucket, that layup that he had in the break. I thought he had scored way back when we first got some garbage time minutes, but I guess that was his first bucket. So congrats.
Yeah.
After having a great game in the G League, congrats on getting your first one there, dude.
Facts. Congrats to Deuce for sure. Junior Caroma sends a super chat. He says, agreed, CP, no effort from the Knicks, man. It hurts. Knicks, man, in spurts. But we got to beat the Hawks tomorrow night. That's the game I marked on my calendar. So we already looking past that one. Shout out to Lash in the chat, all the mods, the Shells, John Talento. Happy Thanksgiving to all those who had a good turkey day. How was your turkey day, bro? How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Laid back this year. I did a lot more cooking than was expected this year, but it was cool, man. Family, everybody had a good time. Everybody's healthy, happy, safe. So that's all I care about. And like you had mentioned, I got to rest, so that was cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
How
absolutely,
about you?
man. Nah, I got some good sleep last night. You know, I caught the itis heavy. You know what I'm saying? I was telling people on Twitter. I was like, you know, the Jamaican Thanksgiving is dope because we do the traditional stuff, but like we remix it a little bit. So we had the jerk turkey, you know, the curry chicken. We had obviously I made my patented mac and cheese. That was popping. Yeah, you get the stuff.
I saw the picture. It looked good.
Oh, yeah,
it looked pretty good.
It's a panko crusted mac and cheese. So you see how like a lot of people's mac and cheese is all very like gooey and stuff like that. See, mine is all underneath, but on the top. It's like a crust, like a panko garlic herb crust. Yeah, I'm real gourmet with it, man. I do mine a little bit bougie, but it still gets the job done. But like you said, man, most importantly, it was just spending time with the family, man. It was just much needed time and much needed vibe with the family. You know, these times, especially holiday times, you know, you got to cherish some times, man, because you know, obviously, you just never know what the future holds for all of us. So those times are very important. Yeah, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's go to the phone. 657-383-1509 is the number to call. Let's kick it off with, let's go to my guy, JJ from Brooklyn. JJ, what's going on?
Yo, CPCK, what's good, fellas? How was your guys' Thanksgiving, man?
Good, man. Yeah, it was good. How was yours?
Not bad, man. Sipped some Hennessy, watched the Cowboys lose. That's good ham and turkey, so... Can't complain, man.
Yeah, of course.
Complain. It was good, though.
Hey, hang on, JJ. Somebody in the chat is asking if we're taking calls through the Discord. Yeah, absolutely. We're taking calls through the Discord as well. So hit us up. TM, if you're in the chat, just drop the link to the Discord so people can start lining up. Go ahead, JJ.
Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about RJ. I'm sorry. I don't, I know it might be Bash RJ night, but I'm concerned, man. I can't even front, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, third overall pick, and right now he's just looking slow out there. Like, he looks like he's stuck in the mud when he's running. Like, even when he's, like, leading a fast break, everything is just so slow. Like, he's not finishing anymore. The jumper's looking, like, pretty broken right now. Like, it's just like, he's saying he wants to be first-team defense. He's not even that. He has good moments defensively, but he's not no lockdown defender right now. It's just like watching Morant. I know you were saying he unfortunately got hurt tonight, but I'm just tired of missing out by one damn pick on the star, on the game changer. You know what I'm saying? Like Curry, Morant. Like I'm just so sick and tired. I think, I just don't see it with RJ. I'm not saying give up or trading for a second-round pick, but I just don't think he's ever going to live up to that third overall pick. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just not much talent. He works hard. You know what I'm saying? Like he does, definitely. If it wasn't for that, I don't know what he would be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just really concerned, man. I really am, man. That's pretty much it. I mean, you guys have a great weekend, all right? Thanks.
Listen, it's all valid, all valid, man. He's not having a good go at it. That I was gonna go. You went with the over on Prize Pick, CK. I was looking at going on the under. I don't like going against the team like that much on Prize Picks. It's very hard. You know what I mean? I get very conflicted. But I was looking at RJ on the under, like, I don't think he's going to even crack 14 points tonight.
No, I chose for rebounds. I'm not looking at points, not for a little while. I love you, RJ, but I'm not looking at your points because, more times than I would pick the under. Probably should have done today. But I thought that because of this game, I went on the over because they gave him 5 rebounds. Last few games, he's been crazy on the boards. Only gave us 3 tonight.
People in the chat, on a scale of 1 being not concerned, 5 being very concerned, how concerned are you with R.J. Barrett right now. I would put my level at about. I'm really at just about a 2, man. I just think he's in a tough stretch right now.
Yeah.
I think a lot has to do with his confidence.
Yeah.
I think the defenses are keying in on him. They're keying in on his drives. He's not finishing well at all. He's throwing up prayers. Because, again, as AJ said, he doesn't have that package. He doesn't have that bounce. He doesn't have that athleticism. So I think the defenses are keying in on that. I also feel like his fit in the starting lineup was a question going into this thing and has been up and down. Because it's clear that, obviously, Julius is primary. Kemba is going to be – Kemba and Fournier are going to bounce between secondary and tertiary options. So, when RJ does get his opportunities – obviously, that's going to be in a lot of, catch and shoot situations. He's got to knock those down, and if he's on the drive, he's got to try to get a stop and pop, get that mid-range going because, again, defenses aren't always going to allow him to just plow his way to the rim and try to get it, try to get a layup up there. So he's just got to keep working, man. Just got to keep working.
I think my worry is more with the starters than with RJ Barrett. I'm right there with you, like a 2, 2.5, if anything like that. He's in the sunken place right now, but he can get out of it. We've seen him do this. I feel like it's so quick that we forget how high he was, in October and how excited a lot of people were and showing all those different levels of his game. And right now you can just see his confidence is taking a hit, and it's not like he's the only one. I know we point at him because he was the 3rd pick and he's the guy we want to make that steps, and I get that. I completely understand that. But I just feel like there's a lot of factors that are going into it. And the big one is what you had just mentioned. Julius Randle's going to be number 1. Then you're looking at Kemba and Evan Fournier. They're taking the ball. And then when RJ does get the ball, it almost seems like it's forced or he's just resulted into just a spot up shooter. So it comes back to just like you were mentioning, the chemistry and finding out whose role. I've been saying this. I still feel like we're a team that the players don't really know what their roles are, and RJ right now looks like of everybody, he's the one that looks the most lost in what his role is. I'm not worried about his talent at all. For everybody that's in the chat on Twitter that are ready to throw all their stock out, that's cool because they're gonna be just as quiet when he's back to playing like he was in October. It's not a worry thing. It's just the team needs to find their role, and RJ is definitely you can see that he's going through it the most because
I think they're still trying to
figure
it out.
Is he a 4? Like we don't know.
I think they're still trying to figure it out. You know, so. I'm going to give him some time, man. Again, people don't like the 21 excuse, the 3rd-year excuse, but it is what it is. They've got to figure it out. We acknowledge his shortcomings, right?
Sure.
No one's arguing his lack of bounce. No one's arguing he's not athletic, but I just still feel like he can still be a productive player for this team on both ends of the floor. Don't look at the Booker thing tonight and say, oh, Booker was going to kill anybody tonight. That's a fact. You could have put 3 guys on Booker tonight. He was still getting that mid-range off. It doesn't matter. Like Wiley said on the telecast, when Booker gets to his spots, he's going to elevate and knock down that shot, bro. Period. Period.
That was it. Like we were saying, if you heard these interviews, the man was coming in here on a mission in the Garden. It didn't matter who it was. He just ready to play.
Hell-bent.
He's been hot.
Yeah. Hell-bent. So, the defensive end, I'm not so concerned there. All right. Back to the phones we go. We're going to go to the phones, and then we're going to go to Discord. Markosto on the Discord. So Markosto, get ready. Well, we're gonna go to the phones right now. Let's go to Josh from ATL. Josh, how you feeling, man?
How you guys doing, man? Hopefully it's not too loud where I am. I'm out on the balcony on the beach. But
what you
hope you guys had a great.
Hold on, man. I mean, you just flexed on us real quick. I can't let you. I can't let you just skip over
just
that.
Let that go, right?
Yeah. What beach you at right now?
Hey, my lady listening here. I'm out here in Florida with her family with Thanksgiving. But just wanted to call in because I watched the game. I love the show.
All right, nice, man. Nice. What'd you think about the game tonight?
Either way, man, obviously, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving or whatever, but either way, wanted to be real quick. Going into the game, I kind of already figured what was going to happen. I mean, honestly, just watching every single Knicks game this season, every single game last year, I kind of have a feel of what this team is. I know the excuse that the guys been using is they got to continue to gel together, continue to play the game together, but we're almost 25% of the way through the season. This team is what it is. They're a team that consistently depends on, jump shooting. And as long as you do this, I think I said this last time I called in, but as long as you depend on that to be your go-to, it's going to be inconsistent. Guys shoot 40% from the three, in the season, and that's considered good. That means every time you shoot 10 shots and 4 of them goes in, that's 40%. I mean, if you're going to depend on, that all the time, I mean, it's going to be tough to be consistent. So with that being said, I think this team is going to be a 10-9 team all year. We're going to win some, we're going to lose some, and that's just what we're going to be, middle of the road. But one thing I wanted to go ahead and touch on was just, pressure on the rim. I mean, with that being the key, real teams that are going to continue to contend, they have guys that continuously get high percentage shots, whether it be at the rim itself or solid mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all be, I know JJ touched on, not seeing it with RJ.
Mm-hmm.
If something were to come up where the Murray kid in San Antonio, if he were to become available and we had to include RJ Barrett in the trade, would you guys be open to that? That's what I wanted to ask.
Man, thanks for the call, man. Enjoy the ocean breeze, bro.
Yes, sir.
DeJounte Murray, man. See, I just feel like, we're too short-sighted on this RJ stuff right now, man. Yeah. Now everybody's ready to trade him.
Yeah.
Again. Again. Right? We were just at this point last year.
Facts.
I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not doing it either because I want them together.
Yeah.
I feel like we have something that can make it where we can get them together.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not moving RJ Barrett to get DeJounte Murray. Yes, I would love DeJounte Murray on this team. I've been saying that. But I'm not moving RJ Barrett to get him.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And shout out to Josh from ATL with the quick flex. He was like, "Don't mind these waves in the background. I'm in Florida with my lady and her family for Thanksgiving." But I just wanted to.
Anyways, Knicks.
Yes.
No. Wait.
There was nothing choppy about the reception at all. Like my man was just like. I hope you guys can hear me over the calm sea breeze. Flexing on Thanksgiving, man. That's what it's about, though.
Man.
He's enjoying himself with his family, man. Salute. Shout out to my guy J Cal, man. Jason Cal Canis drops a $100 super chat in the chat. He says, good to see CP in quality seats at the Lakers game. Finally, they put some respect on the franchise's name, man. Yeah. Shout out to my guy Amon, my guy ADB, man. Me and ADB was in there chopping it up right behind the Lakers bench. Melo was in there, AD, Dwight Howard was back there kicking jokes. It was a good time. Definitely a good time, man. And we got to win. So that's always good, That's always good. But shout out to J Cal, man. Definitely appreciate all the love and support. J Cal in the chat holding it down. Let's shout out some more super chats that come in. Aldo Salas sends a $4.99 super chat. Says, is RJ traded if he can't prove he can shoot this season? I think Grimes and RJ bring the same thing. Reset the money and gain an asset. No, sir. No. RJ's not getting traded. RJ's not getting traded, man. We're too short-sighted, people. We're too short-sighted right now. He's not getting... I appreciate the super chat. But he's not getting traded, man. You got to let the kid fight through his lumps. Now, CK, there was a time in this game where I believe it was to close the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
There was a good stretch where Tibbs was rocking with Grimes and Quickly, I believe, before he even brought RJ in. Or was it... I believe it was Grimes and Quickly before he even brought RJ in to close the second, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because he was looking for that shooting. So I mean, Tibbs has shown that he's not afraid to go somewhere else if he feels like that guy gives us a better chance, or has a better shot going. Has a shot going right now. He showed that last year with RJ.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I've been saying it. Yes, RJ is a player that I like, but I've been saying it. If there's a better option an option like RJ Barrett or Fournier in other games, if they're not on right now, you have another option that's doing something for you right now. You got to rock with them. And I think Tibbs, that was the adjustment I've been asking for. So I had no problem with it because it seemed to work a little bit. I mean, not very much because the Suns were still doing what the Suns were doing, but it slowed them down a little bit. So I had no problem with it. And it was nice to see. I wanted to see that. I mean, finally got to see that summer league rotation, not in a good instance because we were getting blown out. It was cool to see, see them play next to each other.
Paul Butler in the chat to CP likes Brick City Barrett.
Look, I'm telling you, man. Out the window, bro.
I'm just telling you what the coach is not gonna do and what the organization is not gonna do, and they're not gonna trade him just because he's in a slump right now.
Right. This is not 2K,
this
people.
Is not 2K.
You don't trade a player because you're upset that they're giving you a bad week of game.
Game 19. This is not it, man. You grow, you take your lumps, you grow, and then you get to a point where you say, okay, this player is not doing it for us.
Right.
We go in another direction. But they're not going to do that after game 20.
I'm saying, bro.
They're not going to do that after game 20.
Right.
It just is.
And
what
if RJ Barrett dares plays how he did to, in that beginning part of the season, everybody gonna be like that Simpson me, and they gonna disappear in the bush. We ain't gonna see him ever again because they just talking right now.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? It's 20 games.
20 games, bro.
21-year-old kid, like what? You expect? Like, come on now.
Shout out Pro Cannon Gamers in Super Chat. He says, I love my Knicks community, but I don't know if it is time to trade everything when something goes bad. And that's what we like to do. So when it goes bad, we want everybody out. We want a clean house. Can't do that, man. All right, let's check out the Discord, man. Markosto, you're up next. Unmute your mic. Markosto on the Discord checking in. Markosto going once. Markosto, are you there?
Okay. Yeah, yo, I'm here. You guys hear me?
Loud and clear. What's going on, bro?
Great. So this is such a great honor for me to be on here.
Where are you from, man?
I've been listening to you guys for so long, like when you were doing shows with JLS. It was some time ago.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna be quick. First of all, Kemba, I don't know. Do we really need Kemba? I mean, we can just switch quickly to the point guard position, starting, and just have Rose and Grimes coming off the bench. McBride, why not? I mean, do we really need to pay Kemba to do a job that can be done by other people, like quickly?
Well, I mean, you're really not paying Kemba that much, man. You're only paying him $8 million. You're not paying him that much, bro.
Okay, it's not about the money. It's about the possessions more. Like he's taking up some possessions, and we should distribute that better, maybe.
You didn't like what Kemba gave you in the third quarter? I thought he was pretty good.
Well, today, okay. This was a game that we basically lost from the start. I mean, the Phoenix Suns just got their 15th victory, and they're coming off of the finals. So you're not really winning this game. But yeah, just why not push the youngsters? Also, about RJ, I think that he's going to eventually start clicking because his calling card should be defense, first of all, and then just hitting the occasional three and flying in transition. Him and Obi can really fly in transition.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
If we play good defense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on the RJ point. On the Kemba point, who says he's not sure about tomorrow night in Atlanta, second leg of the back-to-back. So you may get your wish because if D Rose ain't going and Kemba ain't going, IQ and Burks are gonna be in there. It's probably gonna be Burks. Well, I don't know. Can't call it right now, but yeah, Kemba might not be going. Markosto, so you might have your wish, man.
Okay, my name is Marco. I'm from Romania, but I'm actually Serbian of heritage. But my whole point about Kemba was that we should maybe play younger players, and I see all these Boston fans like saying, "Oh, you're welcome."
They're relishing in it right now. Yeah,
they're enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I feel like Fournier has more room to improve than Kemba, really.
Yeah. I hope so, and appreciate the call, man. I mean, I think for me personally, I'm holding that hope that both of them can give us a little bit something. Like, I don't think Kemba will ever go back to, all-star Kemba levels. I don't think so, but I still think he can give us a little bit more. you know, or can he be a little bit more consistent? You know, you saw that good third quarter, CK. You saw a nice little pick and pop with him and Randall, which I want to see a lot more that we're not seeing. So I don't know. I still see some sparks from Kemba that I like. And it's not to say that I'm not going to play IQ. I love what IQ's giving us. IQ's killing it right now. And he's going to get his opportunity. IQ's going to get every opportunity to get more minutes and to close games.
Yeah, I to be honest, I don't see us getting him past where he's at right now at 23, 25 at the most minute mark. That's just, I don't think Kemba's there anymore. I mean, maybe with some stroke of luck, maybe as the year goes on, he feels healthier. I don't know, but I think that this is where he's at is what we're going to get. It's just what he does in that time. And I feel like we've seen enough games where he's give us solid production in that time, that 23 to 25, 22 minutes a game. But the other part is, on the other side, we have Derrick Rose, you know, so to have Emmanuel quickly, like you mentioned, who's been playing really well, do what he did in tonight's game when Kemba Walker's off the bench. I mean, we can't really complain. I understand, like, I get you, Marco, because I want to see Deuce as well. Like, I want to see the young guys play, but we got to be real. When it comes to us trying to compete, the main guys that we're going to be looking at is going to be Kemba, D. Rose, then Emmanuel quickly at that point guard. And then even after that, probably your boy Burks before we're looking at Deuce. That's just how it's going to be right now.
Deuce ain't playing. Deuce ain't going to play much
this year. Yeah. So
Deuce ain't going to play much this year.
And even without Kemba tomorrow, it might be a stretch to get Deuce out there.
You're going to get heavy Burks, IQ, and hopefully you get Rose back. I think Rose will come back. I can't guarantee anything. I think he will. Well, you'll get heavy Burks and Quickly. And make no mistake, Quickly's balling right now, man. He's gonna play. You know, as much as people want to knock Tibbs for being a fool, he's not a fool, man. Quickly's playing, man. Don't worry. Quickly's definitely gonna play. Shout out David Code Fonseca sends a $5 super chat. He says, I became a hardcore Bulls fan post-Jordan, pre-Rose. Dark days. This Knicks team is gonna be fine. LOL. People overreacting. Shout out to David Code Fonseca putting it in perspective. Edgar, $5 super chat said, can we talk about Knox? Please get my boys some minutes. Why is Grimes getting off the bench before Knox? Wow. Well, sir, because Grimes plays way better defense.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. You know, Cav can't guard you, man. You know, and that's my guy. I'm part of the free Cav hive. Been that way since his rookie year. Good to see him out there, you know, get some run, but you know, Grimes is playing defense out there.
Yeah. For what we're doing right now, I don't know how effective Kev would be, and you guys know I'm a very big Kevin Knox fan. Even though that guy that was in the Phoenix Suns jersey, I still would have liked to draft him over him. But still, with Kevin Knox, and I feel like it would have been nice. But I just right now, like CP said, we need defense.
Yeah.
And Grimes brings us that, and as well as the jump shot, even though it wasn't him tonight. So Grimes is gonna get that call before Kev.
Yeah, and you know, Grimes got out there, got some shots up. You know, play some.
That's
defense,
all I care about. Shoot him.
Yeah,
let him fly.
Just let it fly. Just let it fly, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's get those likes up. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. KnicksFanTV, we are on our way to 45,000 subscribers. We are on a mission right now. Go ahead and support us. Share these videos as well, man. Share it on Twitter. Text your friend. Email your grandma. Let her know, man. KnicksFanTV, #1 show for the fans, by the fans. So let's get it going. All right. We're going to go to the phones. And then we're going to go, next up on the Discord is going to be Sam. So we're going to go to the phones, then we're going to go to Sam, and then we're going to go to prize picks. Because like I said earlier, CP came up on 200 big ones, and it was a 5 for 5 night on prize picks. So I'll show you guys how you could win also. All right, back to the phones we go. Let's hear from Dan from New Jersey. Dan, what's going on?
Okay. How y'all doing?
How you doing, bro? How you doing? How was your Thanksgiving, bro?
Bro, my Thanksgiving was real good.
Yeah.
I saw that mac and cheese you posted. I saw you clap back at that lady like, I don't want
Yeah. Some lady CK try to like clown my mac and cheese like, I don't want that. I said, lady, I didn't even invite you to my crib. Like, turn that.
Was it just one person?
Yeah, it was like.
That's all you need to say. She's that
like
one dislike. You know, you always have one
like,
dislike. That's it right there.
What the hell? Like, lady, you crazy?
Yeah, she was hating, bro. She was hating, but. Nah, bro, I'm disgusted with some of these people out here in their takes, man. I'm just gonna read out some stats to you guys.
Yeah.
for the sake of looking at things from the long-term perspective.
Mm-hmm.
This individual player in their H24 season with 38 minutes per game, their third season, H24, averaged 13 points on 39% field goal shooting, 28% from three. That was Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
You got DeMar DeRozan, his third season, H22 season, 16 points per game on 42% field goal, on 26% from three. Not really the best efficiency, not really the most scoring output, but we got to realize, he's going to get there. What we saw from RJ last year was only the tip of the iceberg, you guys. This man's potential is he has a very high ceiling. And even his floor is worth taking a gamble on. At worst case scenario, in 5 years, RJ Barrett is going to be a solid 3-and-D player for us.
Mm-hmm.
And best case scenario, I don't even know what the best case scenario is. The point is that you often see you have a trend of these small wings, not these small, these small forwards, these wings that kind of have a rough start to their career, field goal percentage wise. They're a little bit belated on getting to that jump, but he's gonna get there. We saw him take a huge leap last year. We might not see it this year, but it's gonna happen eventually. And people just forget. I know the H21 thing looks real bad when you take into account. Yeah, he shot below 40% in 10 of his last 11 games. But for crying out loud, y'all saw the season he had last year. That he's capable of doing so much better than that in the future. So we just gotta keep that in perspective. I'm not trading RJ for anybody yet because I still don't know what RJ can do.
And that's my
I want him to get to that point.
Yeah, that's my whole point, bro. That's my whole point, and appreciate the call, man, and enjoy the weekend. That's my whole point, CK. I'm just saying, just wait and see what happens, because we just don't know. We just don't know, man. I feel like we're just living in the micro with him right now. Now, according to Fred Katz, he went 3 for 10 from the field tonight, which he says he's now shot worse than 40% in 10 of his last 11 games. Over these 11 games, he's shooting 30% from the field, 23% from deep, 24%.
It's terrible.
Deep. Terrible. It's atrocious.
Yep.
It's atrocious.
Bad stretch of games. You know what I mean? I love that was an amazing call, by the way. 10 out of 10. I know some of the chat probably gonna disagree because they're on the hate RJ Barrett train tonight. But it's funny to me because that's the thing. People are in the right now. People are expecting everyone to be that go-to guy, that number one guy within the first 2-3 years of their draft. That's just that some of these players doesn't work that way, especially wing players. I mean, we're comparing a wing player to a point guard. We all love John Morant, but we're talking about a guy who has the ball in his hands with little, with anybody, with little to no one that's going to be taking the ball out of his hands on his team because he's going to be that number one option. You're comparing that to RJ Barrett. Well, we got a guy who just came off an All-Star, picked up another guy that's going to be dribbling, and we just picked up another former All-Star as our point guard in Kemba Walker. It's going to be a process with this. You know what I mean? He brings up a good point. He made all these jumps last year, and people ready to throw that out the window.
Yep.
But then, say we make this trade for whoever you guys want. I love DeJounte Murray. You say make a trade for DeJounte Murray, whatever. And then under Popovich or whoever else takes over, year 4, year 5, RJ Barrett ends up being this guy that we all want to see. And then these same people gonna be the ones like, man, these Knicks can't never get nothing right. We always trade away talent before they turn it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I love that call for putting that perspective. And I know people still aren't going to see it. They're going to pull it off. But that's a good point. And brings a good point and brings up good names to put in that pool with RJ Barrett. We don't know who he's going to be. But yeah, as of right now, rough stretch for sure.
I mean, Flavian in the chat did bring up a good point on DeRozan. He says his footwork was phenomenal. And that is true.
Oh, yeah, from jump. That's true, too.
DeRozan's footwork is otherworldly. The master of the mid-range. But to Dan's point, I still feel like RJ at the worst can be a capable 3-and-D player. Now, a lot of you guys are going to have those expectations of what a quote-unquote number 3 pick looks like, and maybe that's not it. I hear that. But if you're assembling a team that is capable of winning, and he's a player that can help you win, I don't think that'll matter at the end of the day. Right now, this is not a finished product. Right. We got to let it marinate. Let the kid grow. Let the kid go through his lumps. That's all I'm saying. I can't tell you he's going to be an all-star superstar. What I can tell you is we just got to wait and see, man. Listen, I'm as guilty as the Knicks fan of living in the micro and throwing everything out the window once his team loses a tough game. But you got to pull it back a little bit, people. People now ready to trade him. You know. All right, we're going to take a call from the Discord, and then Prize picks up next. Sam, you're up next on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. Sam, go ahead and unmute your mic.
What's up, guys? How we doing today?
How you doing, Sam? How you feeling, bro?
Iffy. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, where you at on the RJ discussion?
Oh, I'm not with the trading RJ. Hell
Okay,
no.
all
I'm
right.
keeping that man.
Yeah.
That's right, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, boys. All right, so I just want to make this really quickly so we could get through calls because I know a lot of people want to doom today.
No
but,
problem.
all right,
problem.
so I just want to bring it up. Okay, so IQ played pretty good defense against CP3 tonight. Pretty good shots, pretty good assists. Now, to point out, really bad what the offense is doing on the starting lineup. Emmanuel Quickly has the same amount of assists as the leader of assists in the starting lineup, which is Julius Randle with 4. He scored 16 points in 20 minutes, which is less minutes than all the starters, and only one starter has more points, which is Kemba Walker with 17. He shot 6 for 9, which is more made shots than all the starters and less shot attempts than 3 of the starters, 3 of them being RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, and Kemba Walker. And he made the same amount of threes as Kemba Walker, which is the most made threes on the starting lineup. That's what I just want to point out first.
Right.
What I want to point out is this defensive scheme that we're throwing out. Third quarter, minutes 5 through 4. 4:47, Chris Paul does a pick and roll into a layup. This is the only time Tibbs' defensive strategy works. And what happens? We slack off. Randall, if you look, Randall's stuck in the corner. Randall's supposed to come into the paint and get in front of CP. He does not. RJ Barrett's actually set up to get in the passing lane, so a Randall could do that. What's supposed to happen is Randall's supposed to slide. Chaser's supposed to pick up on RJ's player. RJ's supposed to slide down to corner. That did not happen, so we're being lazy. Other side of the ball leads to a Julius Randle turnover. Coming down, fast break. 4:22, there's a lack of communication between Kemba and Julius Randle. Kemba Walker is posted up in front of DeAndre Ayton, and actually, he doesn't even post up at all. He's stuck between Ayton, and I forgot who was in the corner, but he's stuck between there, and Julius Randle is trying to tell him to go into the corner, but Julius Randle isn't in the passing lane between Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. So that leaves Kemba in a tough situation. So he tries to get in between and try to throw off Devin Booker. That does not work. Lack of communication again. What's supposed to happen, which Burks did in the fourth quarter, Kemba Walker's supposed to stay in front of Ayton and try to steal the ball, so that way the ball is heading towards Kemba. But Julius Randle's lack of positioning doesn't cover the corner side or the middle slide, so Kemba could slide to the corner and Julius Randle could pick up on Ayton to get rid of the height advantage. Other side of the ball leads to another Julius Randle turnover because there was a dribble handoff fail. What was supposed to happen? We're coming out of bounds. Evan Fournier inbounds it to Julius Randle. Julius Randle's supposed to dribble handoff to Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier doesn't go around the arc. Instead, he cuts through the paint to try to get into the corner. Julius Randle does that side kick thing, loses the ball, goes out of bounds. Coming down again. We're coming down again. It's 4:02 now. We're looking at so Kenny Smith on NBA on TNT stated this in the Lakers and Knicks game. Lack of defensive assignments. This is clearly shown in this play. Devin Booker comes down. RJ Barrett seems pretty confident. I think it was Cameron Johnson that was set up on the wing. RJ Barrett comes down, sets up on Cameron Johnson. Kemba Walker is now lost because he doesn't know what the defensive assignment is, and I'm going to blame this on Tibbs or the players for not doing research because for some reason we don't know who the hell we're defending. Why is RJ Barrett coming down to defending Cameron Johnson, and Kemba Walker is also heading towards Cameron Johnson? It's just a lack of effort and a lack of understanding with all the players. That's all I got to say.
Sam dropping mics.
Fire.
Appreciate the call, man. Sam, he's on point.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's on point, man. Great call, Sam. That's a 5 for me, man. Throw some 5s in the chat for Sam because, it's just concerning, man. It's just concerning. And it's like last year's team, it's not like they just had super chemistry. I just felt like from the jump, they were locked in. And that was the biggest early observation I had about last year's team was like how cohesive they were defensively, bro. And I would always say this, every show I went to, I always say something like, in previous years, this team would just be blowing assignments, looking at each other, pointing at each other. Is this year, guys? This year? And then you're seeing that again this year. You know, I just can't put my hand on it. It's not Tibbs. You know, he did make it say that it's it because from what you hear from these players, Tibbs has these guys prepared. Tibbs is sleeping in the gym, scouting the other team. I just think it's the personnel, man. I just think it's the personnel this year. They're just not connected. And Julius, as he pointed out, is a main culprit in it, and he's our guy.
A lot of the time, yeah.
You can't have that. You can't have that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, like especially defensively, because like you said, it just feels like there's just something off. Like we know our identity should be defense because of the whole Thibodeau thing, because of where we were last year. But it just feels like, you know, we're hoping that the best result's going to come from Evan Fournier, because every time Evan Fournier has like a good leap defensively, everyone's like, oh, there it is. You see it? But then more times than not, he isn't that guy. And then Kemba Walker, same thing. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. If it is Tibbs, if like you said, the personnel, but with you, I would lean more towards personnel, that we're just not that defensively built team like we were last year.
Some of the stuff in transition is just no excuse, bro. Some of the stuff is just
all of it, man. There's so many times where that happens. Like Mikal Bridges, like I love him, but he's not that kind of player. And the way he blew by him, like that's shouldn't happen.
That's effort and intensity, bro. That's effort and intensity. A lot of that stuff is just inexcusable.
For sure.
You know, it's like getting behind the safety in football. You know, when you're playing a prevent defense, like, like what are you doing, bro? Right. You know what I mean? So some of that stuff is just inexcusable. So, and with the Suns, you know, again, they're not a prolific 3-point shooting team, which was the Knicks' Achilles heel. But to a man, they're number 3 in the league in assists. Conversely, the Knicks are number 20 in opponents' assists per game. So, when you talk about matching up, it don't mesh. You know what I'm saying? It just don't mesh, because this is a team that stretches a defense out. They're going to make you work. They're going to make you rotate. 10 dimes for CP3, 5 for Cameron Payne. You saw Cam Johnson moving the ball, moving himself. You saw Mikal Bridges moving the ball, moving himself. Jay Crowder moving the ball, moving himself. It's a well-coached team. It's a well-oiled machine, man. And then, like I said, we're not even talking about Book. That's just an automatic. Right. You know what I mean? That's just automatic problems. I'm talking about the rest that you have to deal with. It's a handful, man. If you're not locked in, you're gonna get ran out the gym, and that's what happened tonight. You know what I'm saying? I see Jay from Florida itching to get in. All right, we're gonna get to Jay from Florida. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. As usual, first and foremost, tonight's show is presented by Manscaped, #1 men's grooming tool below the waist. Make sure you guys go to manscaped.com. They have a Black Friday sale going on right now, 25% off site-wide. If you missed the Black Friday sale, you know our discount code is always live and active, man. 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Another one of our sponsors I want you guys to check out and support is Prize Picks, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, rather. Prize Picks has the best NBA daily fantasy prop game on the market. They have more NBA props than any other daily fantasy prop operator. They offer superstar props, bench player props, some guys that don't even get minutes. And what we mean by props is, with Prize Picks, it's you versus the machine, you versus the computer. Prize Picks has the line makers. The line makers will set the stat for a particular player, and you just have to basically go in and say, I think this player, if the stat is, tonight's stat for RJ Barrett was 14 points. You just have to pick. I feel like RJ's going to be over 14 points. I feel like he's going to be over 14 points. You pick 2 to 5 players. You can pick between sports, whether it's NBA, NFL, any other sport that's in season. You can pick the props that they have set up there, and you can go across a number of stats. For basketball, it's points, rebounds, three-pointers, assists, free throws made. It's that easy to play. And as usual, if you guys go to prizepicks.com or sign up for the app, enter promo code KFTV at sign up, they're going to match your deposit 100% up to $100. So if you just want to play with a little bit, you want to play with $20, they'll match you $20. You have $40 to play with. $50, they'll match you $50. You have $100 to play with. So on and so forth. But as I was saying, as we got into the CK, today was a big Prize Picks night for CP the franchise. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming off of a win last week, I came in here hot today, man. I went in, I did some thorough research tonight, and I went for a 5-piece. I went for a 5-play. So here's where I went. First place I went, Prize Picks had Devin Booker's points set at 22.5. And I just felt like there was no way. I just felt like Book was locked in. Suns coming in on a 14-game winning streak. Book averaging 23 on that during that streak. And I just didn't think RJ or Fournier was really gonna put a stop to that. Book had 21 points at halftime, so I went well over that. The second pick I made tonight, Karl Anthony Towns at the Hornets. Hornets giving up an average of like 28 points per game to big man. The defense is absolutely getting shredded on the front court. I went over on points, 22.5 points for Karl Anthony Towns tonight, and I believe he finished with about 25. And he hit that point just as the Timberwolves were getting blown out, so they subbed him out right after he hit that basket. So I kind of lucked out there. Terry Rozier. Now, Terry Rozier's been kind of hot lately, but the Timberwolves defense coming into this game against Charlotte was they had like a 97.5 defensive rating. And against opposing backcourts, they were only giving up 39% from the field, CK, and only 30% from three. So I had a feeling that they were going to slow down Rozier. So I took under 17.5 points for Rozier, just made it. He had 15 points. Once he scored his 15th point, they took him out because they were in the midst of a blowout. Just hit that on Rozier. Next place I went, Clint Capella. Over 11.5 rebounds. Memphis, one of the worst teams in terms of opposing centers rebounding. They're giving up at least about 13 rebounds a game to opposing centers. Capella's been on a hot streak on the boards, and so I went with that. Capella had 11 rebounds by the end of the first half. Ends up breaking that one in the third quarter, so I went with the over 11.5 with Clint Capella. And then my last pick of the night, Pelicans at Utah Jazz. I went with Bojan Bogdanovic over 2 made 3-point shots, and he hit 3 in the first quarter. So with that, I put up $20, and I hit 5 correct plays. CP the franchise wins $200 on the night. Shout out to Prize Picks. I'm back up 2-2, 2-0 in my last 2 plays with Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com and the promo code KFTV or download the Prize Picks app. Like I said, for 100% instant deposit on up to $100. Read the rules. Make sure you guys play responsibly and do the damn thing. Shout out to Prize Picks, man.
Well done.
Appreciate you, man. You said you went RJ rebounds tonight, right?
Yeah. I put the over on 5.
5 rebounds.
3. Yeah, 3. RJ and LaMelo were my L's. I took Devin Booker like you did.
Yeah.
Right now James I had free throws and his was 3.5 free throws and he's already at 2. And that's the first half. And then I can't remember what it is. Once I saw that I got the 2 losses, I stopped looking. I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a good one, man. Shout out to my guys at Prize
Get that
Picks.
dub.
Yeah, man. Like I said, make sure you guys play responsibly. All right, back to the phones we go. All right, let's hear from him. My guy's been itching at the seams to get on, man. Let's go, Jay. I know you got something to say. Shout out to Jay, man. He's been really flashing the home decor on Twitter, man. He's got the house put together for Thanksgiving. He's got the Christmas decorations up. Jay, man,
look nice,
your lady really got you working on over the holidays, man. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I spent a lot of money on home decor, brother. Yeah, I've been to Home Goods, IKEA. I've been in these stores for weeks at a time. So shout out to Wifey for putting together the house. It looks amazing. It looks like a Pinterest setup. It's fire. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for your boys. Run it up. We need 100,000 followers by January 1st.
Facts. That's a fact.
Here's how I see it, man.
Yeah.
Here's how I see it. You got a lot of fanboys online that love Randall. Randall's the man. He saved the Knicks. They be on Kendra's IG post saying, thank you, Miss Kendra. for allowing Randall to come to New York and saving it.
Nah, people do be wilding, man. Like embracing that man's family like their own. I'll be like, yo, yeah, I gotta pump the brakes a little bit, but that's just me.
Yeah,
man.
they be going over it. They be going over the line. But my man Ari, shout out to my man Ari. Ari wanted me to break down exactly how much money we pay Randall a night, right? So I think we owe like $240,000 a night. Randall scored 9 points. He had $26,000 a point tonight. Embarrassing, my brother. Nobody's supposed to let their team get washed like this after the Thanksgiving holiday. You had a day off. You let your man Book come in here and show him what a real number one option is. Disgusting. Your man Tibbs, Tibbs is so predictable. Your man Tibbs seen Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges balling. He looks down the bench. He see a 6'9", 240 kid sitting there with the same body type, the same tools. Granted, he ain't got the motor, but he's like, let me put Knox in. Why you forgetting about Knox when Bridges and Cam Johnson ain't in the Garden? This is an organizational issue. I always say it. Me and CK was talking about it on Twitter. This is an organizational issue. We don't invest in our young kids. We don't invest in our talent. Motor's one issue. I wasn't the same cat. I'm 35 now. I wasn't the same cat at 21 as I am at 35 now. You got to give Knox a chance to play. He might be in a different mode this year. We can't even see him because Tibbs, I don't know. We don't play our kids, man. We don't invest in our kids. We play RJ and Quick, but a lot of kids die on that bench.
That's not true.
CP?
Come on, Jay, man. Bro, Jay.
A lot of kids die on that bench, bro.
You see what Quickly's doing right now. Quickly's been playing since his rookie year. Quickly's been playing.
Quick is different, man. Quick is a maniac.
What do you mean?
Quick, he put in the work, man. Quick is a different beast, man. Everybody ain't Quick. You got shy kids and you got the outspoken kid like Quick. Quick lives in the facility. He probably in Tibbs' face all the time, sitting on top of his desk talking about, playing cards at 12 o'clock at night. They don't got no lies. I'm sure Quick just chilling with Tibbs all the time. That's a different vibe. Knox is a little shy country kid, man. Organizationally, we should invest in a lot of draft picks over the years, man. We didn't do that with Knox, man. We didn't invest in Knox.
You have RJ starting, throwing up bricks, playing through it, and getting starting every night. He's gonna start tomorrow night and probably throw up some more bricks in his slump. You got Quickly playing. You got Obi playing. You have Quentin Grimes coming in the game. I just gave you 4 kids.
Because he's desperate. Because he's desperate.
Because
if you had Burks and Rose, they wouldn't even see the court. Tibbs only plays his when he's desperate, brother. It's not organized. His thinking is not like that. He only plays kids when he has to. When he has nothing left, the vets are giving him no energy. He gonna reach for the young kids. I don't like it, man. And you have people talking about Scott Perry at the deadline making a trade. Scott Perry has never made a deadline trade his whole career. Scott Perry is not a go-getter type GM. He's not aggressive.
How did you get Quickly?
He's not going to make a trade. He's never done it.
How did you get Quickly?
Made one pretty big trade.
How did you get Quickly, bro?
Come on, that was a desperation trade at the deadline, man. That was regular, man. That was
Sorry,
they was harassing.
Yo, man,
they was
if you wasn't my Jamaican Bridget, I would have banged the phone up on you right now, bro. How did you get Quickly?
They was calling him CP. They was calling him for Marcus Morris. Now you got to call people and see if you can get somebody. That's a different type of swag. You got to be able to get out there and try to hustle people. Scott Perry ain't no hustler, GM. If Worldwide West is making calls, maybe, but I don't see it, man. We stuck. Like I said, the 4th seed always comes back to bite us. We are stuck on a treadmill being a mediocre team. This team is going nowhere. Do y'all want to see a championship or no? I'm asking the chat. I'm asking Twitter. What do y'all want to see? I'm not going to let them off the hook.
I do. But
a lot of people don't want to see it.
The path to the championship
is cool with this 4th seed.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but the path to a championship is not necessarily going out there and looking like the OKC Thunder, bro.
But then you got Josh Giddey that hit 100 threes, 100 assists, and 100 rebounds in his first 20 games. Him and LeBron, I think LeBron and Kobe was the only 3 people to do that.
He looks very good.
They right on their way again.
He looks very good.
They on their way again.
Josh Giddey looks very good.
With SGA and Josh Giddey, they on their way. 2 more years, they back in the playoffs. And they
LaMelo.
If they get quality veterans, that's the name of the game. It's a balance. I'm not telling you that we on the right path by making a 4th seed. I was one of the people. I was like, you know what, the 4th seed is cool, but I would have rather been in this lottery in this draft. But it is what it is. I took it.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that we can't along the way make a trade and then grab a free agent to put us right there. That's the name of the game. This is not the finished product.
There's no free
This is not the
agency,
product.
we know there's nothing coming. There's nothing for 22. There's nothing for 23. Is all the free agents signed, bro? And the assets is going down year by year. We drafted 2 assets in Grimes and McBride, so we use those 2 picks. We got the 23 Mavericks pick. That's probably going to be in the 20s. We got our pick, but every year if we don't trade the picks, we losing them. RJ is not looking like some great asset we could trade right now. He's looking like a role player, which is cool. But RJ is nothing more than a role player. I'm calling it right now. You look good, decent role player, but we don't got a lot of stuff to trade. So if we keep waiting, if we don't make the move now, it's going to get less and less likely that we get to trade for that blue chip prospect, somebody that can lead to the promised land.
What is the move? So basically, you trying to just destroy and rebuild right now. So trade Randall.
There's no move. I don't think Randall's tradable, bro. I don't think Randall's tradable, man. If I'm a team, I'm not taking the $20 million. I don't think he's that tradable. I don't think teams are beating on the door for Randall on their team. I just don't see it, man. There's no free agents coming. We got mediocre draft picks. We got mediocre young players. You're looking at Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. They played, 47 minutes together? Yeah. There's no breaks. These teams have young players for days. We're playing another team tomorrow that got young players for days that can run out young wing after young wing. We have nothing. We got Burke. Shout out Burke. God bless him and his wifey. He got his check. He's taking care of his family. Probably bought a nice house in Connecticut or Yonkers. Great. But he's 31 years old. He's nothing long term. We don't have nothing long term. We don't got nothing to build with. And this is the problem. The Knicks fans are so thirsty for a little bit of success that they sacrifice the future every time. We don't let anything marinate and build properly. And we don't got the front office. We don't got the mouthpiece in there to attract the
all right, that's it, man. We'll talk tomorrow. He just said we don't let nothing marinate and build properly. And then, in the same breath, he's telling you, this ain't it. This ain't it. Now, shout out to Jay, because he got the home decor popping. But on one breath, he's talking about, this isn't it. And then another breath, he's talking about, we not letting it marinate. So which one is it? Rate Jay's call in the chat. I want to know what the chat thinks about Jay's call tonight. 1 through 5. I gotta say
he didn't get many tomatoes tonight.
1 being trash, 5 being facts. I never fully disagree with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Even last year, I was never fully disagreeing with him.
Right.
But all I'm saying is, you have to give this time to see what is what and what's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. You can't look at this team and say, yeah, this team has championship aspirations.
Right.
Now, is he? Yeah, he's right. The free agent class is looking kind of bleak. Next year's trash. I got to look at what the year after that is looking like. But maybe
year after that's going to be pretty nice.
All right, so maybe it's going to take that time. You know what I mean? Maybe it's going to take that time. Was now, I don't think the Nets is winning it, but they're contending. But was the Nets fan looking at it before KD and Kyrie got there? And they're looking at a team with Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert. They looking at that team with championship aspirations? No, but all of a sudden, they get the 2 free agents. They clean house and get Harden. And if we're not in the pandemic, you're looking at your NBA Finals favorites right now. It can happen that way. It's a lot of luck has to do with it. But it can happen that way. Shout out to Jay, man.
Jay got it off his chest.
Yeah, he did. He did. What's the chat saying? I didn't. What's the consensus in the chat? I'm seeing tomatoes. Jordan Bub, Hector Flores throwing them. I know Michael Maldonado had them ready. Michael's in here. I know he had them ready. Yeah, and
he was throwing them when.
I know Michael's ready.
Spoke.
Yeah, I know Michael was ready before we even said hello. So he was ready with it. El Servi was good. Bless throwing them. All right, Edwin Cruz says a 5. Jay from Florida, all 5s. Andrew H. Jay's 100% right. We should have traded Randall and continued the rebuild, but we didn't, and now we in the twilight zone. Well, hey. I can't. Look. Well, I was with the trade Randall Hive. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say, CK. Like, I can't disagree with him. I was with the trade Randall Hive 2 years ago. I was there. Then he brought us to the 4th seed. I can't, I can't say we'll trade this guy now. He put in the work. So now we just got to see where this ship sails, bro. That's what I'm saying. I was with the trade Randall Hive. Y'all know that. People that was watching the show, y'all know that.
I'm with them on the quality free agent part.
Yeah.
I know people are excited about it now, but that Evan Fournier thing really rubbed me the wrong way this offseason. But we'll see. Hopefully it works out. Pans out. He's a Knick now, so I'm trying to get aboard, but I feel
Pierce Hillebrand says we need Pablo Banchero. Hey, Anthony Edwards would have been good.
LaMelo Ball would have been good.
LaMelo Ball.
But no, that's neither here nor there. We're not going down that road. Let's not do that. Yeah. Guys. Let's not do that. Let's not play that game.
But conversely, and this is why I keep saying, man, it is the hardest league to build a championship because those teams ain't any closer.
Mm-hmm.
Timberwolves ain't any closer. Mm-hmm. They can get it. They can get it. Number 1 picks from here till eternity. Cat was a top pick. Was the Cat number 1? Yeah.
Number one.
And Edwards was 2?
Edwards was number 2.
Right? And they're a nice team. They're an exciting team. But
Wiggins at one point was a number 1. Yeah.
It's not that easy, man.
Yeah.
Let me get to Michael in the Discord, man. Let me hear what Michael got to say, man. Let me bring my young ball in here, man.
Young Mike.
Yeah, let me. This is Michael's moment right now. Michael, what's going on, man? You're on the Discord. Let me wait for him to catch up because he's probably watching on his TV first. So we're gonna give him a couple. Sir. Yeah, we're gonna give him a couple minutes. But Michael, when you hear this, man, go ahead and unmute your mic, man.
All right, man. Oh my God.
Michael, what's up, man? Talk to us, man. Talk to us, man.
Reading the chat, I'm losing brain cells. Like these, I'm CP. I don't want to offend like your old heads, but like some of these Knicks old heads are just driving me crazy, bro.
Let's go.
I'm like Ben Simmons. I guess will help Randall and RJ because Ben Simmons, I guess, will just all of a sudden turn to Steph Curry and shoot. I mean, I don't know why Ben Simmons would help this team. Like Randall and RJ are not even taking it in. They're not shooting threes either. They're not. Yeah. I mean, no one's making like a shot except the bench. So Ben Simmons is not going to help either. I mean, I think we were going to lose anyway.
Yeah.
But the reactions I'm getting is just crazy. Like, I think, and it's crazy because like everyone was hating on Obi last year. And I bet you if Obi has like a 5-game stretch, if he doesn't play good, more Obi haters are going to come in. It's just the same. It's going to be the same thing with every player. If, let's say, RJ good next 5 games, there's going to be, okay, RJ Hayes going to stop. It's annoying to see because every single time after a loss, it's the same thing. People overreact. The old heads just go crazy with no basketball knowledge at all. And it's just driving me nuts, man. Quickly had a good game. I think McBride and Grimes could be really good in the future. And like we're expecting to win 3 back-to-back championships. Like we have to look to the future. No one was gonna know we were gonna win a championship this year. No one even knew we were gonna make the playoffs last year. It's just about like future to win a championship, not win a championship now with Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier starting, and Evan Fournier $79 million playing worse than Tim Hardaway and Courtney Lee combined.
Ooh, dropping Courtney Lee's name in there. Let's go, Michael. Let's go.
Driving crazy.
Yeah.
Like when I saw the Evan Fournier signing, I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess. I just said I guess, and $79 million to miss 5 wide open floaters, a wide open layup, and then finally over Chris Paul make a layup. Over Chris Paul, he has to make a layup over. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying this has nothing to do with the game, but Jay Crowder acts so tough. Like, I hate when he acts that because, like, it's so annoying to see him act so tough when Elfrid Payton literally, like, pushed him, so he can't say anything about that. I can't say that. Like,
Now they're in the
you
same
have
team.
Alfred Payton pushing you. Speaking about Alfred Payton, bro, my uncle says Alfred Payton is good, bro. Like, these old heads are just jumping crazy. I get it.
Not looking good.
I don't know what to say. It's crazy. But tomorrow we have to win this game.
Yeah.
I think we need a spark. Like last year we had Rose. We need to have another Rose type player.
Maybe it's
Definitely.
quickly though, bro. Maybe it's quickly. What do you think
I know.
about quickly coming on hot lately,
Fournier,
man?
we need like a new forward. Fournier needs to go. Like, I'm sorry, but Fournier. Bring back Tim Hardaway Jr., man.
Now you lost me there, Mike.
At least he hits threes. I mean, he was a cheaper contract too.
Yeah,
$79 million for someone who can make a wide open layup and floater, and then can't even catch the ball like he's Evan Ingram. Like, oh my God, it drives me insane. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's just like it's frustrating the loss, but seeing the people's reactions to it is just making me more frustrated. Like,
yeah.
And I'm not worried about RJ. RJ, I don't think he's gonna be like a great player, but he's probably gonna be like a couple-time All-Star at least to me. Like, I mean, that like if he does that, it's fine. Like, I'm not expecting him to be the next Michael Jordan, because other than you see it, like you kind of see it now. Like, other than Zion Williamson, Ja, Tyler Hero, there's some like Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, like role players like that. There wasn't a lot of like stars from that draft. There was like a lot of role players. You know, so I think, you know, if there was like 5 other stars, and then I would see the upset. But like, we only have like 2 stars. Tyler Hero also is in there. I mean, it's just like, come on, you gotta chill.
Yeah.
So definitely. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving to y'all. That mac and cheese, man. Like, I don't know why people was upset with the crust. Like, I think the crust is the best part, and then underneath.
The best part, right?
Let them know, Michael, man.
Talk to him,
Let
Mike.
them know.
Yes,
This is why we brought you in. It was perfect timing, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Yo, Michael, the voice of reason, man.
He's the GOAT, man.
You know what I'm saying? The voice of reason.
Yep.
He went from laying down the law with Jay from Florida to explaining why the mac and cheese, the crust on the mac and cheese is so clutch. That's why I go to him. The timing was perfect.
Yep. Needed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was going in on all you old heads, man. All you old heads in the chat, man. Watch your words. So I bring my young boy in here to school you guys.
Oh, man.
You know? George Jones said no school tomorrow. He wilding on chocolate milk.
Yo. Yeah, bro.
Oh man! Shout out to yeah. Let's throw some 5s in the chat for Michael, man.
Always easy 5.
Voice of reason, man. Oh man! Shout out to Gooch in the chat. Rhyme Animal Chuck D sends a super chat, says, Jay, this Phoenix team was trash without CP3 and a threat with him. Yes, that is a fact. Even with Devin Booker, CK. Now they started trending well in the bubble. Now whatever you want to say about that. They had Booker, they had Bridges, they had Cam Johnson, they had all of them. Cam Johnson
Same team, basically. Yeah, you're right.
Cam Johnson was what was he in the G League? Didn't they throw him in the G League at one point?
Yeah, in the beginning.
There you go. He says, without CP3, they looked like Chuck E. Cheese on 15 birthdays. In fact, most NBA teams with overblown youth with no system and leadership look like a Skittles commercial. That is a fact. The Thunder, the Timberwolves, who's another lottery? The Kings. Where the Kings going right now, bro? They brought in Alvin Gentry, Mr. Cleanup guy, as usual. Me and Chuck was laughing about that. He is the cleanup guy. You know what I'm saying? He is. When you look in the dictionary of interim coach, it is Alvin Gentry. You're gonna see a picture of him like, yo, he's gonna be looking back at you like, yo, what's good? I'm the interim coach. Alvin Gentry right now, once again, has to clean up the Sacramento Queens, as Shaq would call them. Why? Because they've never had that balance of quality vets with youth. And when Perry got there, he tried that. Remember that year when Perry got there? He had Zebo, Vince Carter, Did they have George Hill on that team?
Yes.
Did it? Was it George Hill? That year that Perry got there.
Maybe that was.
He brought in a number
of
of vets.
Yeah.
Trying to really
I don't think
balance the ship. Mm-hmm. And that maybe even the year that they brought in Harrison Barnes. I don't remember. I gotta check.
Yeah.
But either way, look at that team like Sacramento Kings, bro. They haven't been relevant since Chris Webber and Mike Bibby was there. Mm-hmm. They still trying. And they get top pick after top pick year after year after year. And it means nothing. It's not easy, man. It's just not an easy thing. It's just not an easy thing, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. CP the Franchise, CK2K on the ones and twos. Knicks Postgame Live presented by Manscaped. Remember that this show's also available in audio podcast format, man. So check it out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the major podcast platforms, so you don't have to miss it. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the chat. Make sure you guys are sharing these videos as well. Very important to do that. Got to break the YouTube algorithm, man. Let them know this is the number one show for the fans, by the fans. All right. Couple more before we wrap up. Couple more calls before we wrap up. Let's go to let's go to my guy. No, we're gonna close with Lord Scientist tonight. I want to go to Mike from Michigan, then we're gonna go to Bayley and close with Lord Scientist. Mike from Michigan, what's going on? You up next. Bayley on the Discord. Mike, what's going on?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, good, man. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, man.
All right. Thanks for taking the call. CP, CK. Appreciate y'all, gentlemen. Hey, man. At first, I wanted to come in and kind of have some balance from my man Jay from Florida. Mm-hmm. Like you said, I can't really disagree with everything he was saying, but I try to lean towards the glass half full type of point of view. And with that being said, we got some young guys on the bench, and I like the way that our team is constructed as far as the young guys that we have on the bench, like our latest couple of draft picks. Now, as you said, flipping the roster over, I'm not really with flipping the roster over again, and just throwing everybody away. And the RJ slander, I try to balance them out when I'm in the chat, during games and whatnot. RJ missed a couple of shots. That RJ slander is pretty consistent, man. I don't know if that's ever going away till we make an all-star game or two. I don't think that's going away. But anyway, back to the half full thing. Like I said, I feel like we just need to let it cook, let the roster cook, and let the young guys mature, and then we'll see what we got. Now, the thing you said about leadership too, the CP3 jumping in with the Suns and them taking off. That kind of makes my man Julius look bad to me, man. Now, Julius did his thing for us last year when our team was thrown together, and his role was basically, to go out and score and be the man. Now that the team dynamic has changed and he has more guys that can actually, help support him and whatnot, I think he needs to kind of step back and kind of, redefine his role, especially during his losing streak. Something has to change. You know what I'm saying? But the leadership thing. Sometimes you got to do less, for the team to excel and do more. And I think that's what it needs to come to grips with. That's really all I got.
Appreciate the call, man. Definitely appreciate it. And I think, the thing is,
thanks.
You definitely can't, put Julius and CP3 on the same level because he's nowhere close. No. And Julius is wearing that hat because of the circumstances. But ideally, he's in the same place that I wouldn't even put him and Book on the same level, but he's in the same place that Book was. Book wasn't leading this Phoenix Suns team anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It took CP3 to come in. And this is why, even when I was on Kellerman all last year, I was saying CP3 is my pick for MVP. Because he is a team changer. Everywhere he goes, he changes the focus. He changes the outlook of a team. They go from a joke to being serious. Not all contenders, but those Clippers teams are formidable. You know what I'm saying? The Houston team, If CP3 didn't injure his hamstring, I thought they would have beaten the Warriors and could have even won the championship. He could have had his championship right then and there.
Yep.
And then what that team do without him? Harden wasn't doing it by himself. So CP3's
Westbrook had John Wall and
Navy Blue 17. CP3's a culture changer. That is a fact. Completely different situation. Completely different situation. Julius needs that guy. We probably should have traded for CP3.
All right.
if we could have had the chance. Yeah. That I would have said, we probably should have done. We probably should have traded for CP3. That was probably the move to make if you want to go back. If you want to go back. So, but all in all, man, I just feel like, again, we just can't be short-sighted, man. It's game 19. This team was 8-10 last year at this very same point. Why they made the 4 seed? We went on a big run. Remember the 9-game winning streak? All those, we won a lot of games late in the season. We came together late.
Mm-hmm.
We got to give it some time. I saw somebody in the chat saying, well, management looking iffy right now. Well, because of the moves that they made this year, and I'm sure that they're looking at the Lonzo and the DeRozan thing as one of it. Well, what if we finish ahead of the Bulls this year? What are you going to say then? We just don't. You just gotta wait and see how this thing plays out. That's my whole thing. Just gotta wait and see how this thing plays out, man.
Too soon, man.
All right, man. Bayley on the Discord. Go ahead and close out the Discord, and then we're gonna close on the phones. Bayley, what's up? You're up next, bro.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, Lee.
I'm doing good. I just want to say, I don't know why people are angry. We weren't meant to win that game. We were never going to beat Phoenix, especially how their form is at the moment.
Not at their best. There was no chance of beating them at their best. No chance.
They've won 14 in a row, and people actually thought we were going to win that. Oh, no chance.
Yeah.
And I just want to point out to 2 people. Jay from Florida. I don't understand Knicks fans. Sometimes I just don't. They say we're the best team and that we shouldn't trade anyone when we win. But as soon as we lose, we have to trade everyone. We have to blow it up. We have to rebuild. Everyone sucks. The front office is terrible. Just be content with what we have. Just stick with what we have. I don't understand.
Yeah. It goes like that some nights, man. We're prisoners of the moment.
We were never going to win that game. I don't know what people are expecting.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. What'd you think of the game, though?
I didn't. As soon as the fourth quarter started, I gave it 2 minutes and stopped watching. I was like, this game's over.
He bailed. Yeah.
As soon as 10 minutes hit the fourth quarter, I was done. I'm like, no, I'm not watching this anymore. For the first quarter, we were doing well. We were keeping up. And then Phoenix just took over the rest of the game.
Yeah, they were well on machine, man. And like you said, man, when that team is playing at their best, you're not in the same league as them. So, I mean...
Exactly. I don't get what people expect. We're not going to go 82-0. We're not going to win every game. We're obviously going to lose to teams that are better than us, i.e. the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
We got Atlanta tomorrow, which I'm still scared we might lose. So, I don't know.
Yeah, hang in there, man. Hang in there.
I'll say hang in, Bayley.
Hang in there, bro. All right, man.
And there's one more thing I've got to do before I go. Alex F., I see you in the chat. You keep saying trade for Simmons. Simmons is not going to help us. Simmons is literally... He doesn't shoot. He's a good defender, good playmaker, don't get me wrong, but that's not going to help us. We need someone that can initiate the offense, can make their own shot, and can also play defense. That's not him.
Yeah. True story, man. Hang in there, Bayley, man. I know you didn't have no Thanksgiving down there in Australia, man, but go ahead and hang in there, bro. Hang in there, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Bayley about to go out there and throw hands with a kangaroo, man. Be careful, man. don't run up on a Joey tonight, Bayley. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bayley, man. Knocking some sense into you Knicks fans. We just got to stay the course, man. I'm not mad at this loss tonight. Sometimes, it's the effort, or sometimes it's like an execution down the stretch. Once I saw how the Suns were running, bro, it's like second quarter at least. Like an 11-point lead was more like a 30-point lead.
Yeah.
The way they were clicking tonight. Yeah. And once I seen that, I was like, hey, we're not here. This is not our league. This is not our fight right now. This is not our game right now.
You got further than me. When Devin Booker was going off in that first quarter, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those games. Let's at least compete. That was my thought.
Yeah. I'm not mad at tonight, man. I'm really not. Because, like I said, we're just we're not in their league right now. We're still trying to figure ourselves out. And we're just not there. We're just not there. So it is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. All right, last call of the night. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. We're going to get to our last call, and then we're going to go to, and then we're going to read the rest of the super chats. Lord Scientist, the closer for the night. Lord Scientist, what's good?
All right, salute CK.
Let's go.
Salute CP.
Salute, brother.
Let's get them thumbs up. And, let's get them likes up. Mm-hmm. Let's get them numbers up. Let's dig this. Okay, y'all continuously reiterated this. The Phoenix Suns is a well-oiled machine. Mm-hmm. They just played and won the Western Coast Championship and lost to you-know-who in the championship. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is a no-brainer. Like, they on a 14, now 15-game winning streak. Mm-hmm. They making a statement with their chemistry. They got the captain, CP3, leading. You know what I mean? The floor general. This is a well-oiled machine. There's a caller you just had a few callers ago, not the young guy, but just back ago. Mm-hmm. He gave a interesting breakdown, remind me of Knicks Film School, about how at certain minute points what was happening, the lack of communication, all of that happened. This shows, the way he gave that simple analogy shows how we're not well-oiled yet. You can't compare apples to kiwis, okay? We are kiwi fruit right now in development stages. This team is an apple running, well-tuned, well-oiled, with chemistry. Let's not forget that. Mm-hmm. All right, RJ, listen, okay. The thing with RJ, man, I don't understand where this mentality Jay from Florida is going. He needed about 5 tomatoes thrown at him right now with this blowing up everything, and I don't know this. I understand why the young boy came on after hearing Jay from Florida. I'm glad the young boy Mike came on and put things in perspective. Mm-hmm. My only disagree with him is, we don't need Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, right.
Right. We don't need Hardaway, so that stopped him from getting a 5. He get a 4 for me, but minus that, he was a 5. But yeah, listen, man, we could switch Burks out. Put Burks in the starting lineup, so we have a 3-and-D guy. Okay, trust RJ is gonna be fine. This thing, Rose is hurt, so that's the chemistry, the head for the second team. So we fine, man. Mm-hmm. We're fine. Stop panicking, man. Last year we was 8-10. Or 8-12 or 13 before we kicked something in the gear. Listen, we're getting ready to kick stuff in the gear. Let everybody come back healthy. Chemistry is starting to build. Kemba is going to play his role. I told y'all he's pacing himself. If you want Kemba to go ahead and go 100% hard in every game, we're not going to have him available when we're going to need him at the end of the close of the season to make a playoff run. Let's use common sense, man. If you don't know how to play basketball, that's another thing. Mm-hmm. A lot of people got some 2 cents to put in about we need to get rid of this person and get this person, and look at like what Jay Boog was saying about the guy, the little young dudes, Cam and all of them. Listen, it's them. Who else they got? Who else is making noise? They can't do it by themselves. They're freshmen. Listen, man, pump your brakes, man. No, the chemistry is being established. This is not microwave kick. Quick. This is not checkers. This is chess.
Yeah.
Blow up the front office. We got the best front office in the league. Listen, the Knicks is going to be fine. Watch. In the next 15 to 20 games. Oh, yeah, another thing before I go at the 20 game, when we get to like the 40 game mark, listen, shout out JD. Listen, we got the burgers everything getting redone, like you said earlier. It's under construction, so everybody get ready to start filling your orders. We got some new financial backing coming, so be prepared. Shout out JD. 50 burger is still in effect. I'm going to hold you down and represent because you're missing. All of y'all shooting shots at JD, I want y'all to apologize when we go on this 9 and 10 game winning streak. Lord Scientist, I'm out. Salute.
Salute. Lord
Great call.
Scientist, first time closing. Thought he did a good job. Man.
Sure.
Put it back in perspective.
For sure.
Before we head down to Atlanta. Because that is their game to overreact to, one way or the next. We want them Hawks. We want them barbecue Hawks.
Put them on the barbecue.
We're going to put them on the barbecue.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lord Scientist. Great call. That's how you close the show, CK.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you close it, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, man, I'm not tripping about tonight, man. It just was one of those. Yes. I and someone in the chat said yes. You know, there was a lot of things that you concerned with. You know, the lack of connectivity. What Sam said. You know, a lot of blown plays on the defensive end. A lot of disconnectedness on defensively, offensively as well. You know, that the lack of execution out of bounds, man. That was one thing that we really took for granted with this team under Mike Miller, man. That was one thing that was very notable when Mike Miller was here, was that like, every time we came out of a timeout, we executed a play. Like, never not. Like, it may not have always, you know, ended with a shot, but a lot of times it did. Like, we were very, very sound in that regard. On the tips in these 2 years, just looking at it, I haven't even looked at the numbers, but just watching, we're not crisp. Sometimes you can't inbound the ball. You know, you inbound it, you're getting stolen. Somebody's got their foot on the line. Like, that part of it hasn't been disciplined. You know, you're not gonna be perfect in all facets, but that part of it is definitely been notable, bro. Like, we're just not crisp in that regard.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that was definitely something that was very underrated. I don't know what happened in that mix, but I was always hoping that we would get him to come and stay along with us. But I mean, because he went on and still went to be an assistant coach. Was it Oklahoma City? So I was
Oklahoma City,
to stay with us. But
yeah, shout out to Miller, man. They were definitely way more executed on that front. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's go ahead and read the rest of these super chats, and then get up out of here. Shout out to my guys at Prize Picks. Make sure you guys go to prizepicks.com, promo code KFTV to get a match on your deposit. And yeah, man. Salute to Chuck D, Ryan Manuel in the chat.
Shout out to all the Kiwis in the chat.
Shout out to all the Kiwis in the chat. They're throwing the Kiwis in there. Shout out to my guy Bayley. All right, let me make sure I reset this real quick. And I got all the latest and greatest super chats. All right. Shout out to Chuck D once again. Yo, I'm getting sidetracked, but I'm watching this. You know, like the whole betting thing is a wave, right? Like you know, we got Prize Picks and MSG just signed a big deal with BetMGM, so everything is getting integrated. They with FanDuel as well, so everything is getting integrated. But they got one show on MSG called The Better Half Hour, and it just looks like a bootleg Fast Money, Mad Money. You know, with Jim Cramer on CNBC?
Yeah.
They got this dude, I don't know his name, man. This dude, his hair looks like he just put his hand in like an electrical socket. And he's just like all up in the camera, like some like degenerate gambler, like with the hand motions and everything. Like it really looks like a bootleg Fast Money, man. Like people that have seen this show know exactly what I'm talking about, man. But you know, no shade to them, but my man is just looking crazy right now. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see it.
Yeah, we don't do it like that, man. But like I said, gamble responsibly. Shout out to Prize Picks. I like playing Prize Picks. It's more casual for me, and you know, I like playing the props, man. But this guy on Better Exchange is just looking crazy. Okay, shout out to Off the Top Media says. Since the Super Set says people don't understand how important Rose is. Him not being in there was detrimental to our flow. Our starters came out great, and Rose was needed to compete. Yeah, I agree. We missed Rose tonight. We definitely missed Rose tonight. Michael Maldonado knows what I'm talking about. They got my man looking like a bootleg Jim Cramer, looking like he stuck his hand in a socket. His hair's all over the place, in a frenzy right now. Trying to tell you how to win money. All right, Above the Rim sends a super chat, $10 super chat, says, I'm with Jay on his take. No investment in our kids. Knox should be playing. The biggest difference between Bridges and Knox is playing time since rookie year. He's bugging on the RJ take. Well, bro, but yo, Bridges is better. You know what I'm saying? These guys, CK, like, it's like my guy Sean Shepard. Why isn't Sims playing? Why isn't Sims playing? Because he's not ready.
Nah.
Are you trying to win? Or are you trying to look like the OKC Thunder, bro? It's a difference. Kevin's my guy, but he's just not there. But then they want to overlook the fact that RJ started and playing through a serious funk. Quickly's playing well. Obi's getting burned. Grimes is getting burned. You got 4 kids right now getting playing time. Why don't we do, here's a good idea. Why not just let them marinate and see what's going on? You wouldn't be talking about Mikal Bridges if it wasn't for CP3. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, because there was an era when people were talking about changing his shot, and his shot was broken, and he can't do this and can't do that. And then, CP3 came and fixed everybody up.
And Jared in the chat is right. I wanted Mikal Bridges on draft night. I wanted him over Knox. I wanted him over Michael Porter Jr.
Same.
I thought Mikal Bridges was the safest pick that would have addressed a lot of our needs on a wing as a wing defender and a 3-and-D guy. I wanted Mikal Bridges. I was a big fan of his. I was a big fan of his, but, you know, they just went with it. But, you know, you can't expect Knox to just be playing like that when there's other guys that are just better right now. Love the Ring More Super Chat says, Knicks need to stop shooting all the damn threes. We are running the wrong offense. The offense is not conducive to our personnel. # free Knox. Change is coming. At Freak NY says, I was at the game. First quarter, Fournier was on fire. Yeah, set the tone for us. I thought we tried to really go at him. It's like a boxing fight, man. You know, when you start off the early rounds and you're getting your shots in, you're connecting, but over time, the better fighter, wins. Usually, now sometimes you catch a couple.
Typically,
yeah. But if you go in the distance, in a fight, most of the time the better fighter is gonna wear you down through attrition. And I thought that's just what happened with the Knicks, man. Chuck D says, overly familiar squad, Phoenix Suns, we okay. ATL will look totally beatable after tonight. Phoenix players are singing Monty's anthem with CP3 as a general. Let's keep sticking together. We keep getting better. Tonight, we're getting better. I got David Fonseca. Jay Cal, always appreciate it. Jordan Bub, appreciate it. He says, Rokas playing well in Europe. IQ is a starter. Yeah, Rokas is doing his damn thing in the ACB league, for sure. Pastor Claudio's Obi Hive. Appreciate it. Junior Karoma, got him. David Hudson says, when it gets tough, the real Knicks shows ISO and no ball movement. Al Diddy, $10 super chat says, can't continue to let teams come in the Garden and Rock and cook us. Looks like the starting lineup hasn't developed an identity yet and went a full 8 minutes in the third. Smarten up, Tibbs. Rotation stink. Shout out my guy Al Diddy, man. Ran into Al Diddy at the Lakers game. Good time. And he had on his KnicksFanTV snap, so appreciate it. And we all working on getting more snaps, man. We had a little merch snafu going on, man. I think the global shipment a little issue, supply chain issue has been hurting us. Having trouble getting navy blue snaps, royal blue snaps. Right now we can only get black snaps, so we're working on it, man. There's a big time supply chain issue going on, but nevertheless, we will weather the storm. CK, I'll see you tomorrow, my dude. Knicks versus Hawks.
It is. Need it.
I'm ready for the Knicks fans in here. I'm ready for the Hawks fans in here. I will be ready. Win or lose, we here. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Vincent Foster, everybody, team #new. Definitely appreciate it.